Finding the zeros of a function is a process very similar to finding a maximum or a minimum point of a function. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing, of course, you need to do, step one, would be to enter the function into your y equals. So I've picked just randomly this function, x squared plus 3x minus 5. Next thing I want to do is choose second trace, which is here at second, trace button, and then I'm going to choose number 2. Number 2 is 0. You can see it up here. You can just type in number 2 or you can scroll down. You can see that it graphs it automatically. So I don't actually have to graph it. The only thing I might have to do is I might have to zoom out if I can't see it, or reset my window to an appropriate size. It's asking for left bound, and for left bound I need to pick a point to the left of the 0. So I'm going to do this 0 over here first, and so I want to move my cursor over to the left of it. So I'm just going to tap the left arrow until I get past it. I just have to be past. There's no point in going any further. And now I'm going to hit enter. And now you can see here it's saying right bound. So now I have to move the cursor past the point to the right of the 0. Here's the 0 right about here. I just have to move a couple taps. I'm past it. No reason to keep going. Hit enter. Guess is just an opportunity to see how closely you can guess it, see if you can predict it. It really doesn't do anything. So just hit enter a second time. And at the bottom of my screen are my 0, is my 0. Now the y, you can see it doesn't say 0, and again, you've heard me say this before in other videos. The calculator makes an approximation, and so sometimes it doesn't hit exactly 0, but for our purposes it's accurate enough. That's saying -1 times 10 to the -12th. In other words, 12 zeros and then a 1, right? Over here is my 0. So in this case it's -4.192582, or I have a 0 where x equals -4 point, and rounding to 3 places, 193. It's plenty accurate. Okay, you could also do it as -4.193, 0. You could express it either way. Okay, and that's it. Now, I would do the same thing. I'll repeat it just so you can see. I'm going to do it a slightly different way to get the 0 for the other 0 over here. Okay, so I'm going to go second, trace, which is calculate. I'm going to pick 0, doing the same thing. Okay, but this time I'm going to use numbers instead of trace. It just tends to be a lot quicker. Here's my 0 over here. So I know enough about the graph to know that here's the y-axis, so x equals 0 is a number to the left of that 0. So I'm just going to hit 0, enter. Up here you can see a little arrow. It's a little hard to see because it's overlapping the axes, but there's an arrow that's saying this is where you picked. The tip of this triangular arrow here is where you picked. Now it's asking for right bound. Well, these tick marks are 1 each, so I can see that 2 is beyond it, so I'm just going to hit 2, enter, and I can see up here is the arrow for my second choice, and it is to the right. Guess, I skip, and there we go. 1.193 is the other one. And that's it. That's all you got to do.